I'm trying to. I'm off ball for these. Get in. Not complicated. No conversation. Get in. Not complicated. No conversation. Please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna. Yes on, yes on, yes on, yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, you ain't got, you ain't go. Say less. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, you ain't got, you ain't go.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Maclin. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And an alley to run. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 25 carries, 115 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Jack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket.
And the pressure gets to him again. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people, make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Look at this spin.
Balance.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 72 yards. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that? Hitting the defense hard early. And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him. The
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. They'll look to throw here. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This will be, 38 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down at the 28. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15 that time. And it'll be a Minnesota first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Over.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Set. Green, 39. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up? Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now Nelson looking to throw on 2nd down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Gordon on first down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, Nelson over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Nelson now operating from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know it feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Here we go!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Here we go!
He'll drop to throw. That one complete to Anderson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Looking middle, and that's complete. Busting free at the 10. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one in.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Here's Nelson throwing again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Nelson from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got the hook up to Macklin. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Back to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Reggie Ragland coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Set to throw is Nelson. Going to throw again. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Operating from the gun. Nelson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it?
And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see in the postgame. We're ready to get to the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drop
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Reggie Ragland in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Nelson to throw on second down. Bryant with a catch right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Nelson now looking to throw on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
So that'll back him up 5. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on 2nd down. Nelson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the 2nd half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now back to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jurrell Casey in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Titans getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Daniil Hunter. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Gordon, and he will try, but he can't. He can't escape the end zone. Gordon is taken down, and it's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And now out comes Minnesota. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
This is McCaffrey on the give. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
before a running back. That kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets it to the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench. Call it again. I want it.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs. just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Nelson, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Looking to throw. Nelson, out left side here to Bryant. Whistles now at a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Time for a break. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. There's McKinnon. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Looking to throw. And this is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Here we go.
Nelson throwing again on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Darren Lee in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Set to throw is Nelson. Throwing on 3rd and long. He completes it to Bryant. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. The Chiefs, they have taken the late lead over the Broncos. Derek Carr, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Now a run with McCaffrey, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go now.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.
Montana.
You know, I'm like, yeah, nice P, you know?
What up, Pink?
Man.
Skateboard.
La música.